Rosie O'Donnell is in the news, and it's not just because she's an amazing entertainer. It has to do with this one tweet that she sent out. She sent out a tweet saying, so how about this? I promise to give $2 million to Senator Susan Collins and $2 million to Senator Jeff Flake. These are two senators that were possible holdouts on the tax bill. If they vote no, I will not kill Americans for the super rich. DM me Susan, DM me Jeff, no shit, $2 million in cash each. She's offering to pay them money so that they vote no on the tax bill. They ended up voting yes on the tax bill. But by doing this, some people pointed out that she may be committing an act of bribery or conspiracy to commit bribery, which would result in up to 15 years in jail and fines that are 3 times what she's offering for, the vote that she wants. What do you guys think? 5 words or less.
I'll chip in too.
Rosie has zero chill.
Rosie, I'm with you. This is great. First of all,
I thought so too. Well, because Rosie's leaning on the fact that she probably thinks these people have been bought already, that they've already been bribed in some way, shape, or form without us knowing it. So she's saying, listen, fine, obviously money is a big deal in regards to this. So let me just pitch in, let me take control of the situation and say, hey, listen, I'll buy you. I'll pay you off if you're gonna be paid off so we can do the right thing. It would suck for Rosie though if she is found guilty or has consequences for possibly trying to bribe these officials. But good for her for not having chill. Rosie's always been on Twitter the most full out crazy. Sometimes you think you were Rosie from the Rosie Show. Why are you so angry and mad? But it's great.
For me, it's like she's offering $4 million. Is she still like super
That's
rich?
what I thought too. I was like, wait, she just has $4 million in cash just ready to give.
What has she done lately? She had like a daytime TV show, but that was like in the early 2000s, maybe, probably in the 90s.
It was also the 90s, ended in like 2003.
And so like, that's a daily show and it's syndicated, that's a lot of money, but like that ended a long time ago. And it's not like there's reruns of like morning show.
She was also in A League of Their Own with
Love
Madonna.
that movie. Did you guys ever see A League of Their Own? That's a good film. That's a film about when they, during World War II, all the guys were off at war. And so they started an all women's baseball league.
Oh, okay, I think I've heard about that,
My aunt, great Aunt Annabelle, played in that league.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, Rosie was on The View.
That's right. Rosie was on The View.
And they paid her. She was a pretty hefty payday on The View. I'm sure she's got coins. Like Rosie, she's probably smart with her money. But I mean, for her, Rosie is someone who on social media has not been afraid to really be vocal about how she feels about politics, especially about our president. And
they're in like a huge feud. He was mentioned by name during a debate, and I think he just like called her fat. Like what a troll.
Yeah. So for her to throw her hat in the ring and get in on the action is par for the course for her. I think that her followers really galvanize and rally with Rosie because she's unwavering. Sometimes people have a tweet here and there. Another person like that is Chrissy Teigen. They just don't stop. But if Rosie is in trouble for this, I think that'll be super scandalous and I would love to watch it play out.
Yeah, and I think also the story was so ironic because people are getting mad about it and act as if there aren't politicians that are corrupt that take bribes all the time.
Well, that's the thing. Like if you look at how this tax plan played out, a lot of people are like holding out. And then you see there's this guy, Bob Corker, who's retiring anyway. And he was like, I'm gonna vote no. And then he switched around and voted yes. And then a TYT reporter named David Sirota, who also does the IB Times, he wrote this thing being like, well, it's weird because they just added a provision in this law that basically makes Bob Corker millions of dollars. And it was like a specific structural thing where like if you own real estate and you don't have any employees, then you, instead of being taxed as a person up to 37%, now you're taxed 21%. Like that made him millions of dollars. And he's like, oh yes. And so the question is, like, at what point can you say, dude, that is absolutely bribery? All these things, there's that. And then like Mitch McConnell tried to put something in where it was like, give millions of dollars to a local college by where I live. It's just wrong. And then there's the law itself says you are guilty of violating this section for whoever directly or indirectly corruptly gives, offers, or promises anything of value to any public official or person who's been selected to be a public official or blah 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 with the intent to influence any official act. And that is exactly what I don't know. I think that Rosie can totally hide behind like
satirical.
It's a joke.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I think it's obvious that it is a joke. But also, it's just interesting to me that no Republicans voted no on this. I mean, I feel like, over the course of Donald Trump's presidency, there have been a few that I'm like, okay, thank God there's a couple Republicans that are just like, using their brain and know that this is going to affect people that actually voted for them. Like, this bill is going to affect tons and tons of Republican Americans that voted for them. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Big companies like at&t are fully excited about this because at&t just released an email this morning, I think, that they're giving their employees a $1,000 bonus over the holidays. If so, Trump's due to sign this shortly.
Yeah. Before
so
Christmas.
if that happens, at&t is going to put in, I think it's $200 million of bonuses for their employees that'll happen in a matter of days. All in a way to kind of smooth things over with the Trump administration because they're opposed to buy Time Warner. And Trump's not having it.
Yeah.
So again, it's like bribery in different way, a different scope.
It's really interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Basically, there's been a Republican president and a Republican Congress, and they hadn't really done anything. They tried to repeal Obamacare, and everybody was like, you're trying to take insurance away from everyone?
Yeah.
That's a hard sell. It's an easier sell to say, I'm gonna cut your taxes. So they are doing that, and there's two kinds of ways that they're cutting taxes. One is they took company taxes from 35% to 20%. And so all the companies that pay money to like the Republican Congress people are like, thanks, that's awesome. And then it seems like they're like, all right, and then we'll cut the taxes for now to people by like $60 to $1,000. And like most people get that. So they're just like, take money right now. And then they're saying like, we keep our donors happy and hopefully people will basically take this payoff and keep us around and then need us around to keep that tax cut going.
This tax reform is only in effect until 2028, yes?
Right, and then it's like, well, if you want to keep it, you better elect Republicans. So that, I mean, it's a strategy. We'll see how it plays out and we'll see if the strategy, their like business trickle-down economic strategy, which hasn't necessarily worked in the past, works now. That the tax cuts for the corporations, however, are permanent. The ones for you, not permanent. The ones for corporations absolutely are permanent.